This is my review of the Cold Steel Recon 1 folding pocket knife. I pretty much ended up getting this knife to replace an old everyday carry like work pocket knife that I had. It's nothing special, just a Bud K $7 440 stainless steel liner lock pocket knife. As you can see, it's much beefier than my other knife. So, it's a good replacement. It's a little bigger than I liked for an everyday carry knife. It's kind of been relegated to my outdoor camping knife, but that's okay. It's still a good carry knife. It weighs about 5.6 ounces. Its handle is 5 inches long, give or take. It's made of a material called G10, which has been scaled, so it's got some grip to it. G10 is actually a composite material made up of fiberglass soaked in resin that is heated and then compressed to make this water resistant, actually I should say waterproof handle that, as you can hear, is very solid. It can go through temperature extremes, very cold, very hot. It's not going to bother the handle here. Alright, next I guess would probably be the locking mechanism for this knife. As you can probably see there, it's not a lock back and it's not a liner lock. It's called an Ultra Lock by Cold Steel. It's very similar to the Benchmark Axes lock. What it is there's a pivoting part in here and along the blade here, and it snaps into place, making it fairly secure, no rattling. And it's probably as secure as a lock back in my opinion. Not quite, it's definitely better than a liner lock. Alright, so we have an ambidextrous thumb stud here on the blade, which is 4 inches long, Teflon coated, AUS 8A stainless steel. Alright, so what that is the blade is stainless steel, but it's a different type of stainless steel. All stainless steel consists of carbon, magnesium, and chromium. There are 3 other elements that are added to AUS 8A stainless steel that make it different than normal stainless steels. I'm not going to attempt to say some of these names that are added into this, just so, you know, I'll put them over in my notes. One of them is nickel though, so it helps to maintain a good wear resistance on the blade. I haven't had to sharpen this yet, and I've had it for about a year and a half. Like I said before, it's got a Teflon coating. It helps with anti-glare. As you can see, there is a little portion along the edge that isn't Teflon coated. The Teflon coating also makes it slippery. Think of a non-stick pan. I'm sure you're all tired of hearing the general specs of this thing. I've given you sizes, you know, general assumptions of how long and how big it is, but that means nothing. So, things to compare it to. AA battery. Everyday AA battery. People have normally seen one of these, so I figured it would be a good comparison. There you go. That's the AA battery, which is running away from me now. A particular lighter brand. There you go. General size comparison to a specific lighter brand. A pack of cards. A brand of soda. And last but not least, what is this? It's a water bottle. That's all you need to know. It's one of those eco-friendly water bottles. But there, it's a nice size comparison for you. As you've seen, it does have the ambidextrous thumb stud, but it also does the ever fun, popular wrist flick. Alright, enough talking. I know you're tired of the talking. You want to see something get cut. So I'm going to do some general cutting for you. To start my cheat sheets here, Generally, just small piece of paper. There you go. Yes, I know. Paper is the quickest way to dull the blade, but you know what? I don't care. I haven't had to sharpen it yet. I don't cut paper all the time. I generally use it for bigger things. But, alright, so that's your general paper. So, slightly thicker business card paper. No problems. Alright, this is a candle wick. Well, not a candle wick, it's more of a weather lantern type wick. It's a little thick, it's fairly fibrous. No problems. Okay, here we've got a slightly heavier gauge rope. That's another multi-woven type, so just stick that. So pretty much these are everyday things that I would cut camping. Alright, this is a heavier gauge nylon tie. Now for this one, since I don't have good leverage, I'm going to use the back part, the serrated edge. There we go. So you only get one cut with that because I cut too small of a piece for this demonstration. Now you're asking, why did I do all that? Well, there's a trick that I'll show you with this, where you shave it. Okay, the reason I went in the order of cutting that I did, going up to higher and higher quality things to cut, was just this, so you could see, despite all the things I cut. So, Recon 1 cold steel folding knife. Like I said, it's a good knife. I would buy it again if I had a choice. Just, you know, clip point or a drop point instead of the spear point. Yes, I know, the Tonto looks so cool and can carve up a side of beef like all hell. But I'm not carving up a side of beef anytime soon, so I'm sticking with the spear point or the clip point. The knife retails for about $120 if you go through the Cold Steel website. Granted, it's a good knife, but I'm not going to pay $120 for a knife if I can find it cheaper somewhere else. So if you go to cheaperthandirt.com, you can find the same exact knife that you would find on Cold Steel for 60 bucks, you know, plus shipping and handling and tax where it applies. So I would recommend this knife.